Hey guys, Lindsay here. Welcome back to my channel. So I just got home from work and had a lovely, very interestingly colored box on my doorstep. And I knew that my ColourPop order had shipped, and sure enough, that's what it was. It is the ColourPop Red Birthday Collection, the kind of watermelon themed collection that they just released. Of course, I was tempted by it. How cute is this box? I don't usually care much about the ColourPop boxes. They're usually just kind of plain. This is so cute with the little watermelon seeds on the inside. So I had to show that to you guys. We'll just leave that in the background for now. So I did not buy the whole collection by any means. I didn't need it all. I didn't want it all. So I just bought what spoke to me. So of course I picked up the palette. I absolutely love working with like pink and red and orange eyeshadows. So the second I saw this, I knew I was going to want it. I knew I was going to buy it. How cute is this box though? Again, the whole watermelon theme. It's got these cute little green stripes around it, and then you've got the colors on the back in green. So this is what the palette itself looks like if you haven't already seen it. Same thing with the cute little like watermelon design on it. It is that same plastic that the previous ones have been in, and then you've got shadow names not only on the back but also on the palette itself. So here are your colors. I love that you have a variety of different tones here. You've got some really fun bright colors. You've got kind of like tones that lead more pinky red, some that are like kind of corally red, and you have some deeper shades down here. And with this palette, you get 4 shimmers, which is these 4 right here, and then the rest are mattes. So I think it's a really good ratio. So the one thing I was a little bummed about was that there wasn't like a bright kind of white with a kind of pinky or red shift to it, like a bright color for the inner corner. But since this was the birthday collection, they had a birthday Super Shock shadow that you got free with the collection, and I think this is going to be perfect for the inner corner. So first off, the packaging, super cute. It matches the coloring of your palette. It's got a little 5 on it for the 5th birthday, and the little watermelon seeds. And then this is what the color looks like, so you can kind of see the little shift. I'll insert the swatch that I took. I tried to kind of spread it out, but you can see kind of the gorgeous like sparkle in there. I think it's gonna be a really pretty inner corner accent. So I also picked up one of the lip bundles. I think they had 3 or 4. I picked up this Slice of Life. Again, same adorable packaging. This time it's mainly green, but then you have the red stripes. Really cute. So this one came with an ultra blotted lip and a lip gloss. This gloss is really what kind of put it over the top for me. It's a really gorgeous kind of pinky sheen to it. So there, hopefully you can see kind of the beautiful pinky gold shift to it. It is a very kind of clear gloss with like a subtle tint to it. You'll see that in the swatch, but I really wanted something like this. I think this is going to be a really fun, like just on its own type of lip gloss. But the blotted lip is called Swing Away, and then the gloss is called Fresco. So I'll definitely try both of these on. That is it for all the pieces that I purchased. I just want to do one look today in this video. I know when we got the green palette, I went ahead and just jumped straight in with 2 looks because I wasn't really planning on revisiting it again on camera anytime soon. But I'm really into these colors, so I'm totally okay with revisiting it again if you guys want to see a 2 looks, 1 palette with this. As far as today's video goes, I'm just gonna do 1 look, and I will try on both of the lip products, or at least I'll try them on to an extent. I really have been wanting to try to recreate the look that NikkieTutorials did recently, which was actually based off of a BLACKPINK music video. I had never actually heard of BLACKPINK before, and then I saw, you know, Nikkie's thumbnail, and I don't always watch all of her videos, but if the thumbnail catches my eye, I watch it, and it looked really pretty. So of course I watched the video, and then the video actually introduced me to BLACKPINK, and I've now since then downloaded like a bunch of their songs and have been kind of jamming out to it. I really like their music. It's got just such a great like fun beat and great vibe.
Like a sinner, it's so fire with him. I go, woo. He said, you look crazy, think you baby out. It all to you. I'm the old messed up. His love is my favorite, but you plus me sadly can be dangerous.
Jennie, one of the girls from BLACKPINK, had this really gorgeous like kind of pinky red smoky eye with this like glitter stripe down the center, and it looked really cool, and Nikkie kind of recreated that. I feel like hers was a bit more of an intense version of it as far as the eyelet goes, but I just like, when I saw this palette, I immediately thought of those colors. So I just definitely wanted to do something like that, and I think I could definitely get a good recreation of it, or at least an interpretation of it with this palette. So I really want to do that, which means I probably am also going to use these to do more like the blotted inner lip part where it's darker on the inner lip and then just nice and glossy. So that's kind of my plan. That's what I'm thinking I'm gonna do. And if you guys want to see two like more detailed looks with these, trying to use all the different shadows. I can definitely do a 2 looks 1 palette with this one, kind of like I did with the green palette. I totally don't mind because I absolutely love these shades. I didn't do it with the green palette because I knew I had so many palettes at the time. I didn't think I'd be revisiting it anytime soon. But with this one, these colors are kind of my jam, so I'm totally okay with revisiting this one pretty soon. It'd probably be maybe 2 weeks before I can do a 2 look with this one. We'll see. I've got a couple of other 2 look 1 palette videos that I'm still in the process of filming. Like I'm doing one for both of the burger palettes. So those will probably go up this weekend. We'll see. So maybe I can get to this one next week. We'll see. Just you guys let me know if you want to see more looks with this one or if you could care less. But yeah, so that's all I wanted to cover. Let's go ahead and jump right into this little recreation. All right, let's get this started. So I'm actually kind of looking forward to this. It's been a while since I've done like an inspired by, like an Instagram inspired by or anything like that. So I'm looking forward to this. I think this is a really fun look. So I'm looking forward to recreating it. So definitely the shadow she used, I feel, is really super bright. So I have a feeling I'm going to want Like It's Hot for this predominantly, but I think what I might do is maybe dip into some of the other shades to just kind of blend it out a bit. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see if it needs it. So I'm going to jump in with my little tiny detail brush that I like so much. I have MAC paint pot on my eyes that I did not set. So I'm gonna start by just depositing the color first, focusing on this little outer V first. And then it'll just be kind of one of those things where you pack the color down first and then blend. And of course, one thing I want to mention, obviously, like the reason I mentioned this was inspired by is because everybody has a different eye shape. I have a significantly different eye shape to both Nikki and to Jennie. Obviously I have much more large, rounded eyes. So you kind of just sometimes have to tailor these looks, even if you want to recreate a look that I do. Sometimes you still have to modify it a little bit to fit your own eye shape. It took me a little bit to understand that. When I first started getting into watching YouTube videos, I would try to recreate them and they just never looked as good and I didn't understand why. And it just took me a while to realize I have such round eyes with lots of lid space that some of these looks that girls with more almond shaped eyes or smaller lid space, you know, it looked great on them, but it just didn't look as good on me. Of course, now I'm super thankful for the giant lid space, but I just didn't quite understand that at first. So like if you're trying to recreate a look and it just doesn't come out the same way on you and you just don't understand what's going on, take a look at your eye compared to the other person's eye and just see where the differences might be. Once you can kind of figure out the eye shadow shapes that look the best on your eyes, then you will be golden. That's the best thing that you can do, is just kind of figure out what works for you. So I'm really liking this color. Very beautiful. It built up really nicely. Definitely gonna bring this out a good bit. It's almost too pigmented. So I am gonna take a clean brush and kind of soften these edges a bit because she's got a really nice blend and I feel like I don't really have much room to blend because it's already gone a little big, a little overboard. So just kind of buff it out a little bit. And then I can go back and touch up what I need to touch up. It actually gives it a really nice soft blend. This one is definitely one of the ones that has much more of a pink base. You can tell when it's blended out, it becomes a little bit more pink. I'm just gonna intensify it in the center of the shadow look a bit more. Still leaving it nice and blended out though. I think I might have come out a little farther than she did too, but oh well, we're here already. Like I said, this is inspired by, because in no means do I think I can do makeup like NikkieTutorials. That girl is a goddess. Okay, I think I'm going to leave that alone for now. Okay, wait, one more little fix right here. All right, now I'm going to leave it alone. I'm pretty happy with that. So now let's do the inner part. I want to switch to an even smaller brush. I think I just want to maybe pack it on with a pencil brush. This is a big pencil brush, but I'm going to pack this on. Let me get my reference picture back up. So it's a pretty big space in between, and I always have such a bad time with cut creases coming too far in, like more than I intended to. So I'm going to try really hard not to do that. So it does, she does kind of round it over the inner corner. I'm still planning to pop a highlight on because I'm sorry, I live for an inner corner highlight. What can I say? I love a good inner corner highlight. Trying to work back and forth to blend it a bit. I think that's about the right amount. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna go back in with that brush. It's kind of getting a little bit stained, but it's clean enough. Again, just buff those edges so you get that soft blend. I'll go back in with a little more color. This is like literally the perfect palette to do this with. I think she did it with one of the Juvia's Place palettes. I forget which one. I know it's one that I don't own, which is why I was like, when I saw this palette, I was like, oh, I can try that look. All right, let me see if I can get it underneath here without getting too far down. So she also did this technique, which I've never done before, but you know, it's Nikki, so I'm gonna try it. Where she just took the brush with whatever was left on it and kind of crossed the little eye bag area. So it's very subtle. It's interesting. I'm gonna add a little bit more to this outer part. This is very bold and we've literally only used one shadow. But I'm having fun and that's all that matters. So yeah, I definitely have no problem revisiting this palette with you guys for like a 2-look 1 palette video because I'm definitely not going to be using a ton of shadows here. I'm just using a couple, but you know, I just really wanted to try this. It's not very often that I do an inspired by look, so I'm having fun. So I hope you guys can appreciate that. Makeup's supposed to be fun. Every now and then you just gotta do something that's fun. So Nikki put kind of like a light shimmery color down the center. I really want to use the gold that came in this palette. I don't really want to jump into anything else. I want to stick with this palette only. So we're going to use Juicy Fruit right there. So I'm going to go with my finger first, get a little bit on there and just kind of go down the center. So yeah, this is definitely a deeper color than what she used. Again, that's also why I say this is inspired by, because I knew that I was going to be using colors from this palette, not particularly trying to mimic exactly the colors she had. But that's always something that is like great for you guys to think about, you know, if you're trying to follow along with maybe a look that I did or somebody else did. You don't always have to have the same palettes. You can sometimes recreate a look just as well with shadows you probably already own. I'm just gonna go in with a dry brush, I think, and just see how this works and kind of softly blend it upward a little bit and kind of blend it into the red pink shade. I'm just going to keep using that fat pencil brush that I was using. This is so much fun, guys. I know I'm having way too much fun with this. What can I say? And then a glitter. What do we have for glitter options? Okay, I think I'm going to do a combo of this NYX Glam Liner. This is Glam Nude. And then I'll top it with some of this heavy metal liner, which is Starfire. I think that'll give me the same effect. Now just don't mess up the line placement. And don't blink after I do it. I'm gonna go a little bit above and a little bit below. Because I feel like in Jennie's look, it definitely stands out above the shadow. Okay, trying not to move my eyelid until that dries because my lids do crease a good bit. So just give me a second. So while it's drying, I am gonna add a little shimmer to the inner corner, even though neither of the looks had that, but I wanted to use the ColourPop one that came with the collection birthday treat. I'm just gonna get a little bit on a pencil brush so that I can be concentrated with it and just tap this over the inner corner so that it gives a little sparkle. Probably gonna have to go back into this a little bit. kind of removes the shadow a little bit. So I'm trying to be careful and not like rub it and just more tap it. Okay, it's subtle, but I like it. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with the glitter, go over the line. Okay, that's not the straightest in the world, but it's gonna have to do. Too late now, I've already put it on. Okay, so that's the eye look done, only 2 shadows. So again, like I said, sorry guys, I just kind of wanted to do something fun with this. So I will definitely revisit this palette if you want to see more from it. I figured this is kind of something fun and different from probably what you're gonna see with this palette. So, you know, I'm having fun and hopefully you're enjoying watching it. So let me go ahead and catch up the shadow on the other eye. Let's see, what does she do? It looks like she doesn't do any liner. She just puts on some lashes. I'm probably gonna go with a bolder lash than she did because that's just what I like. And I don't do the whole half lash thing like she did here. So yeah, let me catch up the other eye, add some mascara. It looks like she did either a white or a nude in the waterline, so I'll probably go with a nude. So let me do that and then I'll come back and do the lip. All right guys, I'm back with both eyes done and I had to pop a wig on. And just because as soon as I finished doing the other eye and adding the lashes on, I was just looking at it and I was like, this ponytail is just not cutting it for this kind of bold and glam of a look. And if you guys see, like I'll pop a little picture up of what Jennie looks like. It's always just very glam and gorgeous and their hair and makeup is stunning. And like that was one of the things that Nikki was talking about when she was mentioning them in their video. And when I ended up going and watching that particular video for Kill This Love. And then I watched like 5 or 6 other videos of theirs and I definitely fell in love. So in case you're interested and you're kind of into a little bit of a mixture of like K-pop with some English mixed in, like if it's a really good fun beat, I definitely recommend checking them out because I'm really enjoying it. So yeah, I wanted to pop a wig on. I think this really kind of like amps up the look a bit. So let's finish it off with the lips. I do kind of want to mimic that gradient, the kind of popsicle lip look where it's darker on the inner rim. And I think this blotted lip is going to be perfect for that anyways. So I'm gonna pop this on the center and like dab it out and then I'll top it with the gloss. It is a really pretty lip color. I can kind of just tell, even like the blotted look I like a lot. So now for Fresco. Okay, I definitely love the combination of these two together. They really do go nicely. This lip is really beautiful. I like the gloss a lot, and I am really liking the color underneath it. All right, so yeah, this is the finished look. This was so much fun to do. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Something a little bit different, not just a typical eye look, but a little kind of mixture of like a new palette first impressions mixed in with doing like a recreation and inspiration type of look. I had a lot of fun recreating this. I absolutely love the way this turned out. So hopefully you guys liked it. And again, like I said, if you want to see an actual like 2 looks, and I'll try to use as many of these shadows as possible with this palette, you let me know in the comments below and I will gladly film that. And if I do film that, I can like use each of these individually in the look so you can see what they look by themselves. I'll totally do that. You guys just let me know what you want to see. Oh, and I did forget to mention, so I did end up using a nude liner in the waterline. I used Honeydew from ColourPop. And then for the lashes, like I said, I really just kind of wanted to do my own spin on it, and kind of Nikki did the half lash. I'm not a big fan of the half lash, so I decided to go with a bold pair, but a very wispy pair, so you could still see the eye look through it. So I went with the Bombshell Cosmetica Smize Surprise in the style Sweets. I've actually really been enjoying these for like a bold but fluffy type of look. So I really need to kind of pick up some more of these lashes. They're definitely great for a look like this. Like I said, you can still see everything through it, but they're still nice and bold. And I absolutely love the kind of added little oomph it gives it. So yeah, that's all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.